Mosswi is hot
Yeah.
as fuck. Is
Yeah.
that Jenna saying that?
Good.
Okay, right away, I thought Mosswi was older. That's my first thing.
Wait, how old are you, Moss?
I am 24 in like a month.
Oh.
So,
Pretty
Oh.
young, pretty young.
yeah. What, how old are you guys? You're not much older.
I'm not gonna.
24.
Yeah, I'm like 20. 20.
20? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tw- Oh, 20 plus
Believe
20?
ya.
So 40.
It's 18, thanks guys.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right. So yeah. So this is Mosswi. If for anyone who hasn't met him or hasn't been introduced in the community, Kaarson is a boomer. Shut the fuck up. Mosswi's 13.
Mosswi runs law.
Yeah. That's true.
It was law's 1 year the other day, wasn't it? Or it's coming up?
It passed like a week or so ago.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
And you know, you run the most successful comp clan in all of Krunker with the highest earnings as well.
That's true. That's true.
It's a pretty big accomplishment for a game with what, 6 million accounts in it or something.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like, it just started off as actually just a streamer clan, and from that, I just streamed. I think I came into the game with like an average of 5 viewers,
Mm-hmm.
and it just took off from there. Yeah.
Wow. And how long have you been playing Krunker for? Like before that?
I made my account April 11th last year, so it's just
Okay.
been a little over a year now.
Wow. So, were you in any clans before lore, or did you just go right for making your own clan?
So, okay, so we'll give a bit of history to it. I originally started playing the game and I saw, I think in OC, Omen was the best clan. And I think it had people like Kerfuffles and Eternity and Agent Chicken, who are all actually in lore now, but they were sort of the best players back then. And my goal was to actually join Omen. And I think it was back then everyone trialed, so I versed Cuff in a 1v1 and he beat me 6-10, I think. And they rejected me, said I needed to work on movement, and then I thought, well, the plan was that I was always going to try rejoin lore, so I made a shitty streamer clan called Moss, I think, and from there I actually just got good players, and good players were watching my stream, and I was like, oh, hold on a minute, like, maybe we just make our own, so I renamed Moss to lore, so I wasn't like narcissistic or anything, and then, yeah, just went on to just dominate everyone.
Oh.
Well, not humble or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't need to be humble when you've got over 10,000 in winnings, you know.
Oh wow.
Humble goes out the door at that point.
I mean, I'm just proud.
No.
Proud of what it's become, yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being proud and like talking about your achievements for sure. If they happen to be monetary achievements, then that's just what it is.
Someone's asking about the numpty trials. You want to shed a little bit of light?
Numpty trials, who asked? But that was, I tried to ult into that was against Eternity. I tried to ult into Omen, and I think I remember versing Eternity, and I was like 8-2 up, like demolishing Eternity, and then something just happened, and Eternity won like 10-8, and I got in with my ult, and then I think I had my stream link as my in-game message, like an idiot. Like, most people get... So I was like, I finished the game, and it was just Twitch TV/Mosswi, and I was like, fuck.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Well,
As bad as Void.
oh, well, you know, it happens. I guess happens to everybody.
Yeah.
And should we talk about Sydney? I mean, everyone knows who he is, but he's obviously not here
Well,
at
he's
the moment.
he's here, like in spirit, I guess. You know.
He was planned to be here. He had agreed to be here, but he's just gone AWOL the last couple of days. So I don't know. If he shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know.
Yeah.
We'll redo Sydney versus Mosswi another time then,
Yeah.
because I really want to see that go down, especially about Valorant and shit.
Yeah. This is like a top 10 anime letdowns right now. Or you could say, you know, Sydney knew the fight was coming and just decided not to show.
He's bitched it. He's completely bitched it.
So last night was the Asia Cup, and I know, Moss, you have a lot to do with KrunkerESports in general, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was actually just a few hours ago, the Asia Cup.
okay, well, I guess last night for me, I guess. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
I had to watch the VOD because it was like insanely early in the morning for me. I just watched it this morning and I was chatting back and forth with Boomer about it. How do you think it went? As that was the first Asia Cup, correct?
Yeah, so I actually thought it was just going to be so scuffed. A lot of the questions I was getting before it was just like shaking my head. There's obviously that language barrier, but actually it went really smooth. Yeah, I mean, sort of just all went into place when it started.
What countries are involved in the Asia Cup?
So I think there was actually a lot of teams from Tokyo, and I mean the servers are hosted in Singapore, so yeah, I don't know, just the whole Asia region, I guess, but mainly Singapore and Tokyo were the two main regions.
Right, and do they talk much English or?
They all do, surprisingly, yeah.
Do they talk English?
What am I meant to, oh, do they? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Professor Boomer over here.
Now, and I think that was Boomer and Johnny casting that, right? I believe Moss.
It was, yeah.
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 Yeah, they do a really good job. I thought I enjoyed I enjoyed watching, I watched the NY or the NA weekly the week before, and saw the casting, and then I watched the Asia, this week, and I thought the casting's been really consistent, and really fun to watch the whole way through. So, I like what's going on there. Is this what you have planned, like, going forward? Is this the consistency and what you expect out of KrunkerESports, like, continually?
Well, yeah, actually, there's still a heap more improvements to come. Like a full new overlay setup, because obviously the one we've got now is so outdated. And also a whole spectator client, which I can't tease much of it. Like, I just don't have it, otherwise I would. But yeah, the spectator client's insane. So it's basically like if you've watched like ESL, CSGO, pretty much like the same thing, but within Krunker, like the overlays. So you got 4 players on the left, 4 players on the right, dynamic health bars. You can set camera paths, so you'd hit a hotkey and the camera would go through that path. Set camera locations, like this client's really good, but the new anti-cheat kind of set us back a little bit. Heaps of work to fix it up.
Do you want to give any insight to that, or that's kind of the underwork because you can't really get into?
Yeah, I can't really get into that.
Okay, sure. Okay, so, the Asia Cup was cool, and there was some really interesting matches, I guess, to say, in this cup. I think it kind of got more worked out as it got through it, and a little bit more competitive, right, as we got closer to the end. But that's kind of how it goes with most tournament-style situations, right?
Yeah, well, there's always going to be the blowout games. A lot of you've got your tier 1 teams that are so far ahead of just everybody else. It's insane. In most regions, you'll see it. They're just these teams that are just 10 times better, and then the other teams that struggle.
Oh, like Law for OCE.
Yeah, a bit like Law for OCE.
I think Verb's only won 1 week, right? It was like Verb week 4 was their only win, and every other week it's been Kings or XD.
Yeah, so we've won like over 90% of the weeklies. What, exactly 90%?
Oh, exactly.
And,
thought about that once or twice.
Well, I actually did a whole announcement the other day when it was like just past Law 1 year. And I did a little announcement showing all of our achievements. I'll actually just throw it in our group chat if you actually want to see.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think there's another clan in all of Krunker that has as many accomplishments. Like clans throw around, we have fucking 1,000 members, but member count means jack shit these days.
What
means nothing.
Let me just read down through it here. Our achievements in the comp scene. Osh week 1 first. What is CK? CK Osh 3v3 first, CK Osh 4v4 second and third, Osh Krunker first and second, Osh weekly 1 first and second, weekly 2 first and second. That's what it is, isn't it?
OCE.
It's Oceania, isn't it?
Yeah, but everyone just says OCE.
Well, that's what we say in America.
It just sounds odd.
Well, in WoW, on WoW servers are Oceanic servers. So weekly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got first and second, first, seconds and third, first and third. The Freak Cup OCE. All right, feel better. First and third. Week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Make you feel better.
First, third, first, second. I mean, there's first every time. It's undeniable.
Just that week 4.
Yeah.
What was the CK Cup? I don't remember that.
So that was we actually saw her in the Twitch chat before, but I think Izzy, I think her name was, she used to run the competitive scene in Krunker, and that was called Competitive Krunker CK. And that
and she works with Hordes.io now, right?
No idea. I don't know. She just kind of disappeared. I think it took like months to get the payments from that tournament. So,
what about Frequency Cup? Are they going to do any more? Because I remember that being a pretty big cup.
Well, yeah. So I have been like contacted them a little bit more, but they kind of want to take over the whole of KrunkerESports and sort of be the KrunkerESports, which I don't know. We've done so much with KrunkerESports, and we're getting even further forward that I'd like them to stick around and still do their own things, but I think they just want to be like the main thing, whereas I think they'd be good to have on the side running side tournaments and stuff. I don't think we're ready to just give them.
Yeah, I think it's better to have the KrunkerESports run, by official means. That way, any sponsorships or whatever are done correctly. You're not having, the official Krunker tourney being sponsored by Pornhub or some shit.
Yeah.
You don't want that
cool,
look
though.
for. I mean, it'd be cool, but for a game marketed for kids to play at school on a browser, which is like a big part of why Krunker is in the direction it is, you don't want to have fucking dumb sponsors that Frequency may pick up, because it's better money in their pocket or something.
Fair enough.
They were asking for a lot of money to do it as well, which is the main reason. I was considering working with them, but the price of what they wanted to
really
do was, yeah.
Fuck, they wanted money.
A lot. Oh yeah, of course.
You and Boomer don't get paid, do you, to do it? Besides maybe KR.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Zed.
It's a podcast. I'm meant to ask questions.
No money, guys. All for free. So feel bad for me. Send me donations.
Sub to his Twitch.
No, I get
need some tier 3 subs.
I get paid, so.
Okay, good. But yeah, you get some outside sources that just want too much money.
Yeah.
There's been a few individuals in the past who have also, wanted to market Krunker and have asked for an exorbitant amount of money to do so. It's just fucking stupid. What are you laughing about?
Nothing. I'm just looking at chat. I'm so glad I put Better TTV. Absent helped me set up Better TTV. That shit makes me laugh so hard, bro. So along the lines of KrunkerESports, right? And we talked last time Sid was here about embeds and embeds in the client, right? And so for the NA Weekly, KrunkerESports' channel was embedded in the client, and I think the viewership was 1,500 or something. It was bananas. And then last week on the podcast, you and I talked, Zed, and you talked about potentially embedding Twitch streamers into the client in the same way. Maybe we could get Moss's take on this too. And, you and I have gone back and forth. My take is good for events because it's allowed by Twitch to embed like that. Bad for streamers because it's terrible for analytics.
Yeah, I think it'd be harmful to a streamer to do that. Sure, it might say on their thing that they've got 1,000 viewers, but I mean, Twitch will just look at that instantly and just know it was an embed. And then if you were to try and apply for partner off the back of that, it's not going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's unnatural growth.
Last week I was against that. I was like, oh no, it'd be great for streamers. But then, Kaarson, Boomer, a few other people were like, no, that's a fucking terrible idea. It's just inflation. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's just inflated views with no interaction.
Okay.
But you guys get a lot of interaction in KrunkerESports. If you sit there and watch that chat, that shit is flying through. It looks, even though you've got embedded views, it looks legitimate. All those views are on Twitch because the chat just moves so quickly, and it's perfect for events.
Yes.
I think it makes sense for events for sure. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but for streamers, I don't think it should be done at all.
Right. Yeah, some people got founders badges in the KrunkerESports channel this week, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I saw you with 11 gift subs as well. Thank you.
Well, I think Absent got a
That's
founders
why
badge.
he brought it up.
Any founders? I think Absent got one too. But yeah,
Who are some of the mods for KrunkerESports? Because I see like Eternity and stuff pop up. I think.
Some of the mods. They're
Like
just
mods.
people-
I know
What's in the
Quacky's one of the mods, right?
Yeah, so I recently just got Quacky to help me, and Quacky is actually such good help. Just a trustworthy, reliable guy. So it's been great having him on. But we just kind of purged the mod role. I mean, during the tournament or something, it went to sub-only mode like twice. I don't know who was fucking around with it. So it's more we only give moderator to people that are like staff of KrunkerESports or like people we can fully trust at the moment.
Boomer says Boomer, Quacky, Johnny Void, Noah, TJ, etc.
I don't know those last two names, Noah and TJ.
They're the NA stuff. That
Oh,
like
okay.
us.
Are they the hosts for NA as well?
So TJ is more of a caster, and Noah and Nix are the hosts. But TJ is good help. He helps with everything. So
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And you guys have started doing like KR giveaways as well, right? During the stream.
yeah, I tend to drop. Because I've done a full budget of KR, so I've got it written down where like all the KR goes, and I put aside I think 10 2.5k codes to give to stream during the tournament, and whatnot.
Yeah.
So nothing
That's-
much, but
It's enough to get kids excited though.
that's
Like,
right.
You'll see them come in. Oh, can I have some KR? I'm trying to buy an intervention. It's 2.5 is fucking like payday to them.
It's my first spin. Can I please have enough to get my first heroic spin?
My grandma's dying. Her last wish was for me to be happy. Send me KR.
I saw specifically in the Krunker Bunker Discord, or the KrunkerESports Discord rather, that you listed about alting into the Asia weeklies. Was that like a big concern that you had, like that people would go out of their way to get into that weeklies?
Well, I mean, for sure. Like the OS teams would have just done like. Or I just wanted to make it as fair as possible.
Okay,
so
hold
that
on.
all Asian teams.
You didn't say OCE. You know that, right?
You didn't say Osh either.
I didn't say OS.
That's the same thing. Osh. That's
No,
it's Os.
It's not the same thing.
Okay, I'm sorry for interrupting, but yeah. So alting into the Asia weeklies. That was a big concern going into it.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting begged by those teams like all week, saying, "Please let us play, please let us play," and they would have had a good chance of, I actually surprisingly, the first and second team actually looked really strong, but I feel like if a couple of OCE teams played, they could have taken the prize money that I really wanted to go to the Asia scene, as it's still developing. It'd suck if proper teams that have been winning weeklies in other regions just come in and just take some of their prize money. I wanted to give Asia a big chance of getting their own prizes and growing as a region before I let everyone jump in and take their stuff.
So have things like that happened in the past? Is there any kind of like funny stories or any, when we had Sid on, we talked about like, things that have surprised him in Krunker. So in KrunkerESports, like, is there any just fucking shit stories of people doing things that you're like, I can't believe this, in the competitive scene, like, or trying to weasel in, or because there's money involved here, right? When there's money involved, people are always trying to get their hands on that, right? Or trying to figure it out.
Random export comes up in the chat. Yeah. Rastro was a big one.
I don't understand the random export.
So basically, he just started early in a tournament, because the rule is like you start at 12 minutes and you go. Well, what he did was he jumped in circles and kept slide hopping in circles, obviously gaining momentum. And then on 12, he just shot off with all the momentum he had, meaning he got to sight way before everyone else. So basically, I had to DQ him for that, and that was a whole fucking thing.
Oh, wow.
And that's still going. Like, the repercussions of that is still going till today. That was months ago.
Now,
And they went on to lose that, I think, and then that's when Random Export decided to go cheat in pub matches because he wanted to quit Krunker. That's that.
Wait, isn't
story.
he a current YouTuber? Like, isn't he active in Krunker now?
Yeah, I mean, he was very active before, but I don't know, cracked the shits after that tournament. Went in a pub, got hacker tagged, and then Sydney untagged him in classic Sydney fucking.
He's in the YouTuber column. When in game, when you go into the menu, Random Export pops up in like one of the first pages. I think on the same page as Sictus.
So is what's his name? Sportshot, and that guy literally made cheat videos. I don't know. Sid's an interesting fella. Give him that. Just.
So he was hacker tagged and he got unhacker tagged, and now he's listed as a creator in the game.
Yep.
I was not aware of this.
I don't like that. I don't agree with that. I think if you get hacker tagged, you know.
Yeah, this isn't something we need to like super dwell on, but yeah, that's definitely
something to note.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the create, because it's like I feel like it sort of puts everyone on the same pedestal. Then like Random Export is the same as Sictus because they're on the same page, but they're not. Well, as far as I'm aware,
I don't
Sictus
think
has never
done
that.
No. There's zero. Sictus is not being dragged whatsoever. He has nothing to do with any situation. Zero.
No. I just mean like because like they're all on the same page. It's like you would expect like, oh, okay, these are the featured creators of Krunker. And then you find out the story and you're like, oh shit. You know, is everyone else got that same story?
Yeah. So moving on. That's crazy to hear about coming out of the comp scene. Kind of in a segue, there's, you know, Zed does this tournament that he is kind enough to let me help out with weekly. And
it's our tourney. It's our tourney now. I mean, you've been doing it for 5 weeks now.
Okay. Well, so there was kind of some shit this week.
Yeah, we had our first incident this week. After 11 weeks, we had our first incident.
I missed it. What happened?
Well, I'm not, you know, for the sake of anonymity, I won't say any names, but we found out that 2 people were account sharing, essentially.
Which is illegal, right? In the game. Is illegal in the terms of service of the game.
Yeah, should I tag them both right now?
I'll send you the names right now. But like the thing is, right, like the tourney was meant to be casual. Like I set it up initially, me and Solid Avocado were gonna run it because we were like, oh, neither of us are good enough for competitive Krunker, and there's a lot of other people who aren't good enough for competitive Krunker, who can't get a team of 4 together and who don't want to go get their asses beaten by lore every week. So we were like, you know what? Let's set up a 1v1 tourney, and you know, we'll see if there's some funding. We'll pay for it ourselves to start with, and we'll run it. And you know, Solid did the first week, and then he was like, you know, a bit busy, can't do it. So it was like, fair enough. And we kept running it, and it was always pegged as a casual tourney. Like, this isn't serious. This isn't, you know, the KrunkerESports weekly where you have fucking hundreds of viewers, or now it's thousands of viewers. And it was always casual, but then 2 people took it too seriously for 10,000 KR, and they account shared, they lied about it, and so we've had to ban them from, you know, at least for the near future, from all the tourneys, because I don't trust that they won't do it again.
And it's like Zed and I, like, we have fun. We're just joking around. I get up at 4 in the morning to do this, you know, and like, it's just for fun, you know, like it makes no sense.
I feel like people don't realize when you host a tourney, and like Moss, you know this, when you host a tourney, it is not the same as a regular stream. It's 2 very different things. Like, I feel like the tourney hosting part of it is fucking way more stressful than just being a shooter playing Krunker.
Fuck yeah.
Like, you gotta track stats. You gotta track kills. I can tell you, I fucking forget the kill count all the time in the game.
Constantly.
You know?
Constantly. I just do the funny stuff, and I let Zed try to keep track of the numbers.
I feel like I can track it round 1, and then after that it's like, nah, dude, there's too many numbers now, I give up.
Yeah.
But like, the whole thing was always pegged as just casual tourney. Let's just have some fun once a week. 10,000 KR is a good prize. You know, that's 20 spins. And 2 people just took it too far. So we had our first incident of you know, banning people from the tourney. Not taking any of their action, not banning them from the channel or anything like that. Just banning them from the tourney. And I'm not even upset about that. It's the fact that I confronted one of them because I was hearing whispers about it. I'm just like, I'll give this guy a chance. I'll ask him straight up. And I'm like, hey man, look, I heard you've been account sharing, like, is that true? And he said, no, he lied to me. And I'm like, dude, I'm more disappointed you lied than the fact that you account shared, because you didn't even win when you account shared. You still lost, multiple times.
I think I've seen those DMs and he lied to you twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just disappointed about the lies. I'm not so, again, it's a casual tourney, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, as long as people have fun, that's what I'm in it for. But when you do shit like that, you fucking ruin the experience for everyone, man. Like, we get such a range of players as well. We get I sound like an arsehole, but we get some real shitters play. And we get some really good people in as well.
But listen, those guys that aren't as talented, a lot of them stay the whole match and they play the whole thing. And those are the guys that you respect, not the ones that come in there and fuck off and they choose crossbow and they know they're going to lose and they make all of us watch that game for nothing. I respect the people that come in there with lower talent and shit FPS and at least play the game. Like, at least at least you're trying to play it in like a cool way, like the actual way. All right.
No, they fully earn my respect. I mean, you would have seen it too in the weeklies. There's been plenty of teams who have just thrown halfway through a round.
Yeah.
Because they know there's no hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moss, can I ask you one question to get this out of the way? This guy has been riding my ass since he knew you were going to come on. Can you please answer why Hope got kicked for being a sus team?
Who?
Yeah. Okay. Done. Moving on. Okay.
What region are we even talking about?
I believe that's an NA team. It's HOP3. Yeah, exactly.
Fucking who, Megalol?
So other than that, so that's what we have like for tournament stuff, right?
Well, I've got one more question for tournaments.
Okay.
Where do you see KrunkerESports going? Like, right now, you and Boomer are putting in a fuck ton of time, and obviously all the other people as well. But like, what's the goal for this?
Boomer got too much credit there. Boomer cast a little bit on the side. It's not even... The other guys.
So you've been putting in a lot of time.
Yeah. So people like me, Noah, Nix, TJ, we're all putting in there was for about a week there when I was actually getting replies from Sydney. It was every day, wake up, we'd spend 3 or 4 hours discussing stuff. Like, I just have sheets full of just notes I write down that I need to do. Two pages of it. Working on it. Slowed down a bit now because getting replies from Sydney lately has been a bit tough. But I mean, there's still so much more we want to do as well. So much more. A lot of it is stuck behind. I really want the everything to look good. So right now I'm getting Omar to make a whole stream overlay set up for us with just everything sorted. The spectator client that Sakura is making is a setback because we need to get privilege to some code from Sydney, sort of, because the anti-cheat's now blocking the old way we used to do it. We kind of used to use cheats to set up the spectator client in a way to make it good, but because of the new anti-cheats are actually pretty good from what I hear, we need them to give us privileges to some stuff. But yeah, so in the future, I just want to see we want to make it look really good, and then from there we can get sponsors, bigger prize pools, different sort of tournaments. I've always had plans, there's no losers bracket, and some people don't like that. Some people really like it because I don't think people want to spend 8 hours of a day doing a Krunker tournament. I think the single elimination is good for some, but I want to make it say every fourth weekly in your region we have a losers bracket, bigger prize pool, and it will go for the whole day. There's lots of things to come, but at the moment, my main goal is just making it look better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. It's exciting to know that there's plans for official sponsors and stuff like that. That I think legitimizes the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that whole Rastra thing hopefully doesn't set us back too much, but if that gets out, good luck.
Did you want to expand on that, or
just I have no idea what you're talking about. Did you bring it up so people would know, or do you not want to talk about that?
I mean, so it was NA, of course. I mean, no offense to the NA people.
That's gonna get clipped and fucking thrown around.
What is that about?
Oh, mate.
Okay.
Mate, love them.
It says Boomer says don't give him airtime.
Basically, he said a lot of N-words while hosting the stream.
Oh.
Let's move on.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think that's all you need to say. Like that just finishes the argument there.
So as far as like tournaments, like, you know, the 10K tournament that Zed does and things like that, do you think that brings like a lot to the Krunker community? Do you think that's like a good thing for the Krunker community, like coming together and seeing like these individual run things where people are all coming together and, you know, more or less getting along? Do you think like seeing small events like this pop up alongside also Krunker sponsored events like the weeklies and things like that, is that something you'd like to see as someone, you know, obviously a staff of Krunker? Is that something you guys like to see?
Of course, right? Because you'd get like, say, Zed stream tournament, you'd get shitters like Empo who might play in it, and he might make it to a semi-final, and you go, well, hang on, we might be able to make something out of this, and it might get him into the actual Krunker events or like stuff like that. It just shows the shitters like Empo a different side of the game, I guess. Sort of opens them up.
So it's like the minor leagues, maybe, to, you know, it's like almost like, you know, minor league wrestling before you get to WWE.
Yeah.
Zed's tournament is like backyard wrestling, is what you're saying?
Well, okay, no, hold on. It's more like in Super Smash, how you have your regional tournaments, then you have your international tournament, alright? Fucking backyard wrestling my ass, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that.
So when
I'd actually like to see more streamers being the access to be able to do this. I remember back in the day, Sydney actually did a thing where we had a big group chat with, you know, like 20 odd content creators, and we actually just pumped them out like 50k worth of KI each.
Wow.
And to use for the stream. But what ended up happening was everybody gave away all the codes the first night they got them, and then were just picking from all. And so he just gave up on that because it was literally just like instantly everyone's used all the codes. I mean, everyone had a massive boost in their streams of people coming for the KR, but obviously the streamers were just stupid and just gave it all away. And then yeah, so
there was a period like 2 months ago where he doesn't stream anymore, but Terry was doing tourneys every couple days, and he was doing them for 10, 20, 30,000. And that was all sponsored by his clan. And there was a couple other people as well, like NA people doing tourneys. And that's just kind of dropped now. All I'm seeing now is marbles tourneys.
Oh, I hate marbles, dude.
It's so bad now. I'm so over marbles. I'll just leave the stream and see him doing it.
So when does Lore want to get into sponsoring tournaments in NA?
Yeah, in the future sometime maybe. I do love NA.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you like NA.
Yeah.
Pretty much every NA thing you've said is a bunch of cunts.
No.
Whoa, dropping the C word. It's not kosher in NA. That's an Aussie thing.
The Discord server is hosted in Australia. Yeah, it's hosted in Australia. The server's there, so it's fine. I can't. It's totally okay.
Trump's not gonna bust down your wall and have a go at you.
How did I Love Frosty Wolf get timeout?
Who knows? All right, well, you know, we'll move on to the next topic. So, what was the next topic? I can't even remember.
Oh yeah, well, the new password system, logging in.
Before you do, if you are looking for KR to do tournaments and stuff, best thing is run it by Sid. And then if Sid likes the idea, he'll probably say, talk to Mosswi, he'll give you codes, and then I'm forced to give you codes. That's if you are looking to get codes for like a tournament to do in NA or something. That is the way to go.
That worked for Trippin', didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here first, guys. If you're looking to run a tournament, just get a hold of Sydney. Yeah, it worked for us today. So
I mean, you can just pretend. You can just pretend to run a tournament.
Right, hold on. Hey, Mosswi, Sydney told me to tell you to give me some codes to do a tournament. Can you just slide?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's how you do it, guys.
This man thinking Sydney replies to anyone.
Yeah. All right, so the next thing that I had jotted down was I saw the other day in the changelog that I was super happy about was that you can change your password in Krunker now. It's awesome, right? Are you happy about it? Did anybody change their password? I changed mine.
My password would never be guessed. I had to get it changed when I got mod perms anyway, because if my account ever got leaked, then they'd just go around hack attacking everyone. So My password will never be guessed, but yeah. I mean, it's good for some.
Yeah.
The thing that worries me is that all these accounts that have already been hacked, well, now people can just change their passwords and...
That's what I was gonna say. Like, once they get into the account and like hack it, won't they just change the password on the person anyway, and just fuck it?
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of that on Reddit.
Weird. I thought it was weird that they didn't do the email system first before the password change.
Well,
so Sydney's commented on that before. Yeah, he says he doesn't want to hold emails because it's personal information. If they ever get hacked and leaked, then he's in big shit. And he doesn't want to deal with that as of yet.
Yeah, he said specifically he doesn't want to keep any user information like that.
Apparently everyone in chat has my password.
But yeah, no, you brought up Reddit. That was a good point. I've been watching, like, I check out the KrunkerESports Reddit every day. Usually it's like, you know, pretty AIDS, but sometimes there's some good threads in there.
There's this one thread that I keep seeing. I don't think I want to bring it up to give this guy any attention.
Oh no! I want to know now. You can't just drop that and then just be like, oh, no, I'm not going to say it.
This guy that got banned for the billboard. You know who I'm talking about?
I haven't seen it, no.
He made this vegetarian billboard and got his account banned.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean a vegetarian billboard?
Yeah, do you remember that? You remember that billboard that said, okay, no, don't quote me. Literally, if you're gonna clip this part too. I don't remember exactly what the billboard said.
No one's gonna clip that part.
But it said something like, if you eat meat and say you like animals, you're a hypocrite. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. They locked his account. Yeah, they locked his account.
That's a bit harsh. What the hell?
Yeah, they locked his account, and it's like he's posted on Reddit a ton of times about it. Yeah, and I've seen it a few times pop up, and I saw it like last night. I was reading it, and it's Boomer, nah, fuck vegans.
Sounds like Peter's trying to take a stand on fucking Krunker.
But he's like tagging like Reddit mods, like all this stuff, being like, no one will do anything. Sydney doesn't listen to my emails. This is bullshit. But,
to be fair, I mean, it counts as discrimination, you know? He's taking a certain group of people and segregating them to make fun of them. Fuck that guy. He doesn't deserve to be unbanned at all. What a dick.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to, like, I don't know. It seems like it's weird that he's banned for something so trivial. Like, if anything, like, maybe just, like, hacker tag him for a week just to, like, laugh at him and make him make fart sounds for a week, you know? Like, but he can't even log in now, I guess. And he's like, woe is meing, and now it's like, he feels like a martyr. He's martyred for his vegan ways.
He's the vegan martyr of Krunker. He's gonna turn like half the player base into vegans now. Yeah. He gets a fall on his sword for everyone.
Yeah, so...
No, but speaking of Reddit, so there have been a bunch of threads and a bunch of comments, and like I've tried to defend it, but it's just literally, there's just no point. A bunch of people who are going in and saying, I'm quitting Krunker, or I don't want to play Krunker until they add in either 2FA or an email system so I can get my password or keep my account more safe. And like this password update came out and they're still not fucking happy. Like, that's not good enough. Yeah. We want 2FA.
Well, they're the idiots that lost their password originally and now they're just locked out of their account totally because whoever got their password just changed it before them.
Would you say 2FA is super important to Krunker, Mosswi?
2FA, of course.
Yeah.
It's important to everything. I mean, I'd hate to see their emails right now, just everyone forgetting their password, bro. Like, it'd save them so much work if they just added an email. Like, surely it's not that hard to store and keep it safe. And who gives a fuck? It's an email. What are you gonna do? Like,
I would love to see those emails. I would love to see those emails, wouldn't you? Look at the messages we see in stream. Please send KR. KR, please. My fucking email won't work. Why can't I log in? Like, dude, it would be so funny.
Nah, it'd be fucking ineligible. Like, honestly, you wouldn't be able to read it.
No. I think it's a good feature, though. It's a start. Look, everybody's saying now, like, I need my username changed. Bro, you shouldn't have picked XX Sniper Killer 420 XX _ as your username. Like, you have to stick with it. You're level 40 now. Just either stick with it or start over.
I mean, I think you're just gonna get complaints forever. Like Krunker's never gonna be out of complaints.
Yeah. I mean, to touch on the vegan stuff, how he got banned before. I mean, something I've been asking for a while now is different sort of bans within Krunker. Like, I know when Rastra got banned, I kind of, in a way, I didn't feel like giving him a hacker tag, or I think there was another competitive sort of player got, like, they wanted him banned for something he did, and they gave him a hacker tag, which I felt was unfair because, like, if they go to another game and people find this account, it says they're a hacker. It's not correct when there should be like different kinds of bans in the game. Scammer tags, trade bans, hemp bans. Like that guy did that billboard. Give him, a week ban.
Annoying tag.
Don't do that stuff. Like there just needs to be
simp
a lot more
tag.
types of bans in the game. Simp tag.
Sim tag. I think that Jenna Dice chick needs sim tag.
Oh, you said her name, bro. Now you're gonna. This is supposed to be unedited.
Oh well.
Jesus.
Probably deserves it.
Think of the clout you just gave.
She's a girl. She gets clout on her own.
Hey, I'm simp. Yeah, so you could do things like chat restriction tags, right? Like even if you're above level 5, you could just take out their total ability to chat. That would be a cool way to tag them. Like, like restrict their accounts, restrict them from the market, maybe things like that.
For sure. I think I remember a while ago I was playing a ranked game and this guy was just spamming the N-word, calling me like just everything under the sun, and I ended up looking up his account and I had like 30 reports and every single one was just for like N-word spam or like just toxic. It was the worst account I'd ever seen. I was actually like surprised that someone goes to that much effort to be like just a pain in the ass.
Was he from MP?
No, this is a while ago before MP.
Oh, okay.
I remember hacker tagging him and I was like, just message me on Discord if you want to get untagged. And I had to chat to him. I was like, dude, like, chill the fuck out. That was insane. These reports.
What did he speak like on Discord? Was he like, why the fuck did you?
Yeah, I don't know. That kid was special.
Do you do that often when you tag people? Do you often give them the option to get untagged if they talk to you?
That's the only case I've ever done that. Nah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wow, that seems incredibly decent of you.
Well, the only reason is because there was no TOS or anything regarding racism, right? So technically, I can't really keep him banned for something that's not in the terms of service.
Okay, fair enough.
So I said,
look at Zed. Zed, here we go.
Wait. Hold on. Can we backtrack for a second?
Hold on.
There's nothing in TOS about racism in Krunker.
Well, I actually just recently
Shit.
made Sydney update all of the TOS. Oh. It was so abysmal. It was the worst TOS ever. So there might be now, but back then,
that just feels like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, Zed. Stop pointing this stuff.
All those kids at MP before were like, yes, we were getting away with it. Krunker was fine with it.
Hold on.
Now they're like, oh shit.
Look at chat. Veganism bad. Racism fine. Unbanned. Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna get clipped so fucking hard.
That's insane. I can't believe that was never part of the TOS. I feel like that's the first thing you fucking add to TOS.
You didn't know the kick out of that? Because I got told off by Sydney for doing that.
For what? For adding? Oh, for taking action against that guy?
Yeah, for tagging me. It was like, yeah, don't do that again. I was like, oh, sure.
I mean, I feel like there's a certain level of like, you not over policing, but like you set that precedent and it opens up a bunch of other precedents. But in the same vein, you've got a child's game or, marketed to a lot of kids. You can't be letting these kids learn shit like that, especially if they're playing on the school browser.
Yeah, well, I never really give a shit about that stuff.
Mosswi doesn't give a fuck about education.
I'm not one to care that much, but when I'm just saying, like, overall toxicity, I don't give a fuck. Like, let it go. I don't care. But like this account, when I went through the reports, was like the worst I'd ever seen it. Even someone for like me, I was like, well, hang on, this guy like has a problem. Like that's just too far. So I had to speak to him.
It's from the deep south.
Shut the fuck up, dude. There's the south part of Australia too.
It's pretty racist.
Fair. Okay.
It's called Tasmania.
Okay.
That's crazy. I can't believe that. That's actually insane.
I still think the best. Okay, it's a step in the right direction. We can all agree, right? At least before there was nothing. You had to just make your password, never forget it, never tell anyone. Now, like at least you can change your password, right? Like at least we can agree like it's getting there. Like it's on its way, right? It says in the launcher like 2FA on its way. It says that right there. So, you know, maybe trading soon. Trading soon. Have you heard anything? Wow. Sid was here 2 weeks ago, and he said trading was coming soon, and the whole thing was built into the game. Have you heard anything else about this?
I actually don't bother like asking Sid these questions anymore. Like I've been around long enough to just like it'll fucking come when it comes. I don't bother. Like I just ask him when it comes to eSports shit. Otherwise, like I'm probably, even though I'm Krunker staff, I'm the worst person to know about what's coming out in the game. I used to like, you know, ride his ass about it all the time, but I just can't be bothered. I mean, a lot of the times it's usually later than what he says anyway. So I just go with the flow. Worst person to ask when it comes to like what's coming into the game at this point.
To be fair, he's been saying Twitch drops coming in 2 weeks for about 8 weeks now.
I think you told me that like 4 months ago. Hey, you should definitely start streaming Krunker again. The drops are coming. Yeah.
Potentially, time just moves differently for Sid. You know. I don't know. Maybe
he's at 60 FPS in life too, not just a Krunker.
I still can't believe we learned that he has a dog shit laptop that he uses. Like that was insane.
Yeah.
He drives a Bentley and he has a dog shit laptop. The two just don't pair together.
He also gets defensive when you call him out on it too. I love watching it. When you guys mentioned his mic the other day, the other podcast, oh, he's getting defensive. I love it.
He's like, I gave it to Boomer. Didn't he say he gave it to Boomer or somebody?
No, to Vince. He bought a mic and gave it to Vince.
Yeah, because you've got Vince on the other side who gets like custom built PCs that have like his color scheme and shit, and he's just quiet. Like you don't hear from Vince ever. Right? Like, he's just in the background, working away. Sid's talking all the time. Well, I mean, not recently, but talking all the time off a dog shit laptop. And he drives a fucking Bentley. Yeah. Pretty sure the Bentley's worth more than my fucking apartment.
Like, it's an investment. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what he buys. Maybe he said it. He doesn't need to play it. Some people...
turbo Bentley.
Dude, everybody... There's tons of people that are better than me on 60 FPS. Maybe Sid's just next level.
Maybe. Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, his logic behind it kind of makes sense, right? If he can run the game off his laptop, then he knows the game is running fine. Is sort of the way he looks at it.
Yeah,
but I feel like he could have 2 computers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, like he can have that dog shit laptop to the side, and can fucking use it to run the game at terrible FPS, and then he can also have his fucking GTX Titan, you know, times 6 plus his fucking, you know, Intel Xeon, blah, 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 whatever the fuck, you know, running as well. So he can run the game in fucking super speed. I feel like he's not a man that should be limited to just one PC.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely should get another one. But
Did you say you feel he's not a man that should be limited to one PC? Is that a sentence you just said?
Yeah. He's got the means to own many PCs. He could own multiple PCs, and they could all be amazing, you know?
So, did you guys see that nip slip?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Most disappointing nip slip of my fucking life.
I was going to say, pretty disappointing. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. For people who don't know,
we're not gonna show it. We're not gonna show
no,
it.
No. Wait, why not? You said you would. You said you'd take the ban.
Oh yeah. So, Alinity popped her boob out on stream, kind of.
On purpose.
I don't know.
On purpose.
So we're just saying it because it happened and it's news, not because I had have any stake in this. Just so we're clear. But she did it again. It's definitely not the first time.
It was so on purpose. I'm telling you, if you watch the clip, Kaarson, play the clip real quick. Now, if we watch it, if you watch it like closely and watch her fucking face and don't look at the pepperoni,
it does look like she looks in the Twitch, like the display cap, like to make sure she's in frame. It does.
She's watching the preview. She's watching the preview to be like, did I get that pepperoni pastrami nip in there? I did.
Listen, okay,
perfect.
Okay, but what you're doing right now is talking about her specific body, which she can't change. All right, let's just talk about her actions. All right, because what you're doing is body shaming, Zed. All right, it's 2020, bro. We can't be like that.
God, I fucking hate. I wish this was like 2010.
Look, if she was setting it up,
yeah,
she could have at least got a better angle. I felt like she didn't do herself justice with the angle.
Yeah, but if the angle's
gonna save that.
If the angle looked perfect, then everyone would just immediately call her out, right?
Sure.
She didn't get banned? Not even like a temporary ban?
You know why she's done this? Because another female streamer has taken the fucking spotlight. That Invader V chick, Invader V with the fucking, you should sub. I don't care if you can't eat. Fuck you, you dumb poor cunts. Pay me. You know, she's taken the spotlight. She's gamed the system and gained a fuck ton of views. Right, and then she's done a stupid apology of I'm so sorry, I was tone deaf. Like she's basically, you know, just flip flopped. It's all planned, you know. It's all fucking tinfoil hat on. It's all planned. And then Alinity's turned around and be like, all right, the heat's died off her. There's no female streamer. There's no female streamer in the fucking spotlight. Let's go, get the nip out. You know, just to get back in there because she saw the biggest growth on her channel when she fed her cat. Oh no, when she threw her cat. She saw the biggest growth on her channel ever when she threw the fucking cat. Like, you can hate her for her actions, but at the end of the day, she's doing smart business.
Yeah, well, we're here to talk about Twitch and everything as a whole, and so she's definitely on Twitch and booming. Like, it's not gonna slow her down at all, for sure.
She probably just gained like 6,000 subs.
It's Alinity, Ruben. That's who we're talking about. Whoa,
I think we should just play the clip.
Whoa, ban him. Ox, ban him.
I think we should just play the clip. In all honesty, people are just getting confused.
Ban that guy. Yeah.
Does that mean I'm going to throw Lola? Oh, I'm counting down the days until I fucking peg her.
Like it's just the day like when we need it.
If he's typing something like super TOS, I can't even read it. It comes up as just asterisks, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Moss, how much interaction do you have with Twitch?
In what way?
Well, like, you know, is it something you check out daily? Is it only once a week?
I'll definitely click on Twitch daily.
All right.
Nowhere near as much as I used to, though. Yeah.
So are you, you know, do you stay up to date on any of the, you know, big streamers?
Well, I saw this thing unfold because of Twitter. Twitter's pretty good for
for sure
shit like this that happens, but
yeah.
I actually kind of just stick to Krunker category at the moment. Don't really watch any actual really big streamers anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there was a nip slip, you know, disappointing as it was, but there was a nip slip. What else has happened this week? There was that chick, you know, issued her apology as well for telling people to sub if they're poor.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. What was her apology like?
Not very. Scripted. Yeah, it was very much like down to the like.
Yeah, it ticked every box.
It even had like the big sigh at the beginning.
it was unedited. It was sit down, you know, make sure you film yourself sitting down, look down, be very upset. I know you're disappointed. You know? It was all of that shit. And you could tell she was reading a script. It was fucking terrible. There was a better apology
It was bad.
when that dude cheated on Lily Pichu and joined the Champions Club.
Hey, I want to thank Gabe. What was his name? I can't remember.
Albert.
Yeah, for joining the Champions Club.
And now there's Katarina.
Okay, so along these same lines, there's something I wanted to quickly bring up without, I guess, maybe mentioning this person's name either. There's someone that came up on my Twitter timeline that was recently banned for 3 days. And the reason he was banned, he's a man, and the reason he was banned was for grabbing his chest and pretending that he has breasts and shaking his chest saying, "Here comes the titties." Okay. And you know, I will say he's like a larger man, right? But he was obviously, you know, joking around about, you know, having breasts and stuff and shaking them. And then so he got banned because someone reported it. And then he posted a video on Twitter saying, "This is why I got banned," posted the clip. And then he said, "This would not happen if I was a thin, good-looking person."
Yeah, because you wouldn't have men titties.
I don't think that's true, because the TOS says you can't do like suggestive things. Like, even as a man, you're not allowed to like rub your chest and, you know, pretend you're shaking breasts around. You're not allowed to do any of that as a man. But so he got banned for doing all this stuff and basically, you know, this. And then he said, "Well, it's because I'm overweight is why." And then it came out that he had done all these things behind, and like, of course, some DMs came out that were like unfavorable to him, and you know. But so what do you think about that? Do you think that there is room for anyone to be like, "Oh no, you," and then he said, "My body is shaped this way, it moves this way, if you find it sexual, that's your problem"? He grabbed his body and shook it saying, "Here comes the titties," and then in his ban video said, "If you find it sexual, it's your problem. I can't help. I'm overweight." What the fuck?
Pretty flawed logic.
Yes, it technically is TOS for you to twerk on stream, Thick. 100%. Twerking is actually listed as one of the things you're not allowed to do. But yes, like, how does that logic? How does that work? Like, that logic. And he had,
it doesn't.
He had.
It just doesn't.
What?
It's so fucking dumb.
And
It's so fucking dumb. Like, you can't sit there and be like, "This man is over-sexualizing himself." Why you've got chicks painting their breasts and being sexy characters from World of Warcraft? It literally doesn't fucking make sense. You can't have one guy on one side and one chick on the other. One is very over-sexualized to the masses and one isn't. I mean, there's not a lot of people who are going to sit there and go, "Oh, this big guy makes me want to jack off. Oh, let's go, boys." You know, like, no, the paint streamers are going to make people want to jack off a lot more because the, you know, average Twitch member is a male in you know, the years where they fucking do that kind of shit. So, like, you can't go after him and be like, "Oh, he's fucking, you know, shaking his man titties," and not go after the girl.
Right, exactly. But this is also a guy who claims to be a champion of women's rights on Twitch. And he was literally shaking his chest saying, "Here comes the titties," and then said, "You sexualized me, and that's your problem."
Oh, he sexualized himself.
Exactly.
But I don't think that's TOS.
Right.
He sexualized himself because the joke is no one wants to sexualize him.
Right, but it has to be across the board, right? If women can't grab their chests and shake them, neither can men. Like, that's how it has to be. If you want true equality across the board for Twitch, if a man can't show a nipple, neither can a woman. 100%. I'm for that. The rules have to be the same for men or women. So if a woman can't do that, a man definitely can't do that either. Right? It has to be like that. That has to be the rule, or it's not the same for everybody. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Like,
it has
to be the same for each side. But
and do you see the hypocrisy in someone who says they care about like women in streaming on the platform, and then the clip of them, the clip is them saying, "Here comes the titties," and jiggling themselves around, and then saying, "You sexualized me. I'm overweight, and you did that to me." It's
I'm sorry. The fucking phrase, "Here comes the titties." I love that. That is such a good fucking phrase. Could you imagine your partner just walks up to you and she's like, "Here comes the titties." You're like,
hell yeah.
Not tonight. Not tonight. If you gotta talk about it like that, no, I'm good. I don't know, man. It seems like such a fucking dumb.
It's so dumb
thing. It just seems so dumb. Like, just let the man shake his titties. You know, if I have to sacrifice watching a chick shake her titties to let this man shake her titties, I'll put my hand up. I'll take the sacrifice, boys. I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll take one for the team.
That's the thing. It has to just be the same. That's all I'm saying. I don't care either way. If he can do it, she can do it. Totally fine. But if she can't do it, neither can he. It just has to be the same for both people. It doesn't matter what directory, what game, whatever. It just has to be the same. Like, if we're all going to be here, we all have to follow the same rules. Or we're going to keep having these fights. Like, who got away with this? Why did this person get away with this? It just has to be the same for everybody. Like, I don't care.
I agree.
I don't care. I'm fine with the body painting things. Totally fine with me. Nobody that watches my stream is going to go over there and watch that stream. Nobody.
Oh, you don't know your audience, and you know who I tune into after you? PaintTitties.com.
Oh, yeah. So that's really all I have in the world of Twitch that's come up this week. That's it.
Nothing else really big has happened. I mean, the Alinity thing happened a few hours ago.
Yeah. It's like...
And the rest of it was just Katarino and shit. It was just boring.
Yeah, we're stuck at 7. I don't think we're gonna get like above 7. I think that's the magic number.
She's trying to go for a nuke. She's trying to go for 25.
Who's Katarino? You don't know who Katarino is?
So just you know, and then we'll move on from this. There's Call Me Kaarson.
Ox can't fucking, or Zed can't not talk about it.
There's Call Me Kaarson and there's Fitz, right? 2 streamers, right?
That's 2.
Katarina was with Kaarson, then she fucked Fitz, who is his friend, and then she fucked her manager, then she fucked her ex-boyfriend, then she fucked I Will Dominate, then she fucked some other guy at TwitchCon, and then she fucked another guy, and she became the back-to-back champion.
7 times.
She just went for it. You know, she made Dr. Disrespect look like a fucking amateur.
Did you see the clip of one of the boyfriends where he was like playing a piano on Twitch and he was just like, "I'll never be Kate's boyfriend again." And it was like the saddest, loneliest clip of all time.
Well, I mean, the odds of being her boyfriend are pretty good compared to a regular girl, you know. You could be one of 7 instead of just one of 1. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're very invested in this. All right, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about before we go into, like, you know, questions for Moss. We talked about Tencent. Okay, Moss, I know, is interested in this too. So we talked about Tencent a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't gotten a Valorant key at that point. All right, the day afterward. So I don't know if this is Tencent technology listening through my microphone because I had the Riot Games installer or whatever on my computer. But right, we finished the podcast. I went on to stream later that night and I got a drop during the middle of my stream. I wasn't even watching a stream and I got a drop. All right. And so I installed Valorant, whatever, played it, hated it. We talked about this. I hated it, right? But then I started trying to stream like for the next few days and I just kept dropping network frames. Like my network was slowing down, but I wasn't even playing Valorant. And the only thing that had changed was that I installed Valorant on my computer. That's it. Nothing else had changed. And for 2 days, like I could not get my system just kept dropping frames and nothing else had changed. I uninstalled the the Valorant anti-cheat software and Valorant itself. Everything is fixed.
Right.
And, you know, I know you had brought up that maybe there was Tencent had put some malicious software in there, you know.
I mean, I'm not going to say I told you so, because I already said it. But Tencent are fucking scummy. They're gonna fucking just do whatever they want because they're a massive Chinese company conglomerate who have ties to the Chinese CCP, and they'll do whatever the fuck they want. And Valorant is a shit tier game. Mosswi, rebuttal.
Look, I'm actually a fan of intrusive anti-cheats. I don't care. Look at the midget like stuff I'm watching like in my spare time. I don't care as long as I'm not playing against like cheaters. Like, I honestly could care. I wish there was some sort of system where you could opt in, right? Like, if you could choose, do I want the intrusive anti-cheat, yes or no? And if you hit yes, then you're playing with everyone else.
When you say intrusive anti-cheat, what does that mean?
Well, doesn't it like install into your root? I don't know. It's a fucking robust. Like, it's not like VAC, right? Where like it's actually this anti-cheat is actually on your PC at all times, and it's like really like a lot more intrusive. It's like got more access to your PC than something like VAC would.
But wouldn't you only want something like that running? Like, I don't mind it having permissions, but wouldn't you only want it running when you play that game?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like it'd probably work better if it's running all the time. I don't know.
Well, what do
as
you
long
want?
As I can get a cheat-free environment, I couldn't care less.
I don't know.
What do you?
That's just my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't claim to understand how like the anti-cheat works. All I'm saying is that, like, in my opinion, last week I was like a little skeptical of all the skepticism on everyone else's part, and as soon as I installed it, I immediately start having issues. I uninstall it, no more issues. So
I'm telling you, they're running some backdoor Bitcoin mining bullshit, bro. It's Tencent. That's why they're top of the world right now. The other thing, just really quickly, because it's also Twitch related too, so it sort of ties in with that, is the 24/7 streams at the moment in the Valorant section. So obviously Valorant has enabled drops for everybody, so every single channel that streams Valorant has an option to get Twitch drops and give out Twitch keys. Valorant keys to people who watch. So there are now channels who stream 24/7 and they're just reruns or VODs or whatever, and they're consistently going to keep themselves at the top of the list. But they're not live, which is what Twitch is meant to be for, and they're hogging the spot and viewers and subs from other people who are actually fucking live. So, would you say that isn't fair, or would you say, nah, it's just business? Fuck it.
I think the whole drop system is just dumb. I wish they didn't do it. I think it's the worst way to release a beta. It's also just terrible for Twitch. Like, it's just inflated fake numbers, how many bot accounts there are. Same for the streamers. I don't know. Whole drop system sucks, in my opinion. I didn't like it.
Yeah. No,
I'm not going to blame the streamers for running 24/7 streams either. Like,
no. They're just taking advantage of a good system.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're not live. They're all pre-recorded videos, and it's fucking, it's bullshit. You have live people currently fucking, trying to get themselves back up the list. And just in response to Chemist just then, no, because the people we're talking about are running VODs or videos that aren't live on a service that prioritizes live videos. Yes, I understand rerun is a feature, but it is not a commonly used feature, nor does it get views. We are currently live, and we're all Krunker people. You've got a Krunker mod, you've got two Krunker streamers who are primarily Krunker streamers, so we're technically doing the correct thing.
And just to add to that point, Chemist, you didn't mind when you took the raid after this podcast and when you asked to be on the podcast. So I apologize that I'm bothering your category for a minute, but you can just leave if you don't like it. So
there's literally no issue with what we're doing. We're literally sitting here as all Krunker creators or Krunker contributors. Sure, the topic is diverted from Krunker for a moment. Oh fucking well, guess what? My stream diverts from Krunker sometimes. Sometimes I'm doing giveaways. Do I just change to just chatting? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Your question was asked like 3 times, so I don't know. It doesn't just seem like an honest question, but I guess that's your opinion, and that's my opinion. But anyway, so Valorant, yeah, okay, we all agree that the 24/7 thing is bullshit. Should we move on to questions from chat now?
Yeah. Would anyone like to talk to a Krunker employee for KrunkerESports, Mosswi? Any chat questions?
I paid Krunker.
There's not going to be a single good question.
When do you get verified? No, that's a shit question.
What's your body count, Mosswi?
When I had them. I can't tell, Death Rat.
People keep asking, where's Sydney? Sydney was slated to appear. He'd agreed to come on, but he just didn't show up. I don't know what else to tell you.
All right. Do you think the comp scene will ever have new players that are at the top, Mosswi? It seems like it's always the same people.
Of course. I mean, it's not the same people. Like, my team was a top team when we started. My whole team would, like, just regarded some of the best players, and now we're all washed, and most of the guys that I've played with aren't even playing comp anymore. There's already a new wave, and it will continue to happen. You just, like, can't expect it to happen over a week or something. Yeah, I mean, even more. Look at King. So my other law team, King's won like every week, and now XD has come along. Like there's always new waves, always new people.
Okay. The KR guy says, can any team join weeklies?
Of course.
Okay.
There's no like prerequisite, is there?
Level 20. That's it. Sign up.
What is the route to get your team into a weekly? Like how does a team go? So say 4 people, right, on a team, say they want to be in a weekly. How do they go about doing that? What's the path?
All right, so you obviously have to be in the KrunkerESports Discord, which is where all the announcements go down. You got to wait for your region's tournament. So if you're in NA, I think that's in so next week we've got EU. So if you're in EU, you'd want to join that Discord, and we'll announce that we're releasing the bracket. So there's EU announcements that will put that there, and then you've got to make a challenge team, get your teammates in that team, sign up to the cup, and then once you've done that, we'll take you to a split Discord server where we run the tournament day, and we just get you to validate your team so we can give you the roles and stuff. But it's that simple. It's literally make a challenge team, sign up to the bracket, and then we just validate you in another server. That's it.
And your team doesn't all
got to be level 20.
Your team doesn't all need to be the same clan either. It could be any group of people, correct?
Yeah, so that's a big misconception I see all the time is people are mixing clans with teams. Clans don't mean shit in KrunkerESports. You just any 4 players play together and just play.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean next week's EU. So if you're in EU, join the KrunkerESports Discord if you want to play in the next weekly. After that is OCE, and then it's NA, then Asia, EU. So it just cycles.
And it's every week, right? It's called a weekly, but it happens every single week?
Yeah, so it's weekly for KrunkerESports, but not weekly for each region, if that makes sense.
Right.
So we're running tournaments every week. But yeah, it cycles 4 regions. So every region plays 1 cup a month.
Okay. And what's the best place for people to keep up to date if they want to, just stay up, like keeping up on news with KrunkerESports? Where should they go?
So we've actually, I got a Twitter manager, so someone actually been tweeting a lot on the Twitter of the games. They're putting up clips and all that stuff. We've also opened up a YouTube channel where my favorite games from each tournament will upload, just the best ones. I felt like doing that instead of the whole VOD because I don't know, a lot of boring stuff. I just want to put the memorable games from each tournament. They'll go up on the YouTube. So we got the YouTube, the Twitter, obviously the Discords where you get all the info. You just have to be in the Discord. Thanks for the link, Absent.
Yeah, thanks, Absent.
And yeah, basically just be in that Discord. You'll find out everything that's going on with KrunkerESports.
Awesome.
There was a question around the YouTube channel for esports. Are you planning to upload other stuff than the bare matches? So edited clips, highlights, stuff like that.
So we already opened up a highlights submission channel, but no one obviously submits their highlights. So there's lots of plans to do stuff with the YouTube, but slowly over time. I mean, we're just uploading games now. Want to do highlights and all that kind of stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one. Mosswi, what made you want to run the competitive side of Krunker?
So I was obviously playing competitively, and the scene, I think it was after I won Wes. We won a 3v3 in competitive Krunker. And then after the CK tournaments, there was nothing going on. No tournaments, no nothing. And I went to Sid, I was like, pro players are leaving left, right, and center. The scene's dying. We need to get tournaments going or something happening. And then a couple days later, he just messaged me and goes, "Oh, how about we do a weekly tournament, $600 prize pool?" I was like, "Yeah, right." He's like, "Can you run it?" And I was like, "Sure." And that was it from there. So
wow. Okay, that's how it happens, I guess, guys. Just talk to Sid. Everybody, that's what Mosswi says. Just message Sid about everything.
Yeah, just harass us.
Yeah, there's no way. No one's gonna tell you how to get his contact information though. So good luck finding it. But other than that, just message Sid. Okay, what's gonna happen to unused accounts that have been inactive for 2 years? Do you have any idea how things like that work?
No idea.
Okay, perfect. Moving on.
There was another question about comp servers. Have they been upgraded to the higher tick rate? And if so, when are pubs and ranked going to get a higher tick rate?
So they're all still being tested and stuff. I think everything is being put onto a whole new server provider right now. So I think Singapore is currently on them. Once they get every other server on, then we could start testing the higher tick rates on the comp servers because they start off like 90 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually bumped them right down to like 30 because the servers couldn't handle it. There's a lot of lag, a lot of freezing. So they're pretty downgraded at the moment. But once we push all servers onto this new service provider that they're doing, then we can go back to testing the higher tick rates and stuff. So it's just a lot of like testing.
So which servers have been moved to a new server provider?
Pretty sure Singapore, and that's how we got the India servers as well, I believe, is the new server provider allows us to have servers in that region.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So everyone else is still sort of waiting, but will be next in line to move to a new provider.
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I thought New York got moved as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about that. New York and Frankfurt, apparently. So it looks like Quacky said everyone except Sydney and Tokyo.
Oh,
there you go.
Perfect.
You guys know more than me.
Osh is last.
Osh always last.
It is Osh. Listen, I'm telling you. It's Osh.
Yes.
All right.
Guys, please, if you're from Australia, if you're from the Oceanic region, please listen to the American tell you how to say your region.
Yeah, exactly. All right. There's nobody in particular, Moss, but somebody, like one or two people in chat have been asking like how you got so cute. Is that like a regular thing people say to you? I don't know.
I never get it, guys. Keep the compliments coming in because, I just don't get it enough.
I'm not saying any specific name. I don't know who said it, but
Jenna dies the simp.
No, maybe it was Empo. I don't know. Maybe you shit on him pretty hard.
Yeah, Empo's trying to suck.
So there's always people talking about like FPS. Oh, Septum, thank you so much. There's always people talking about FPS stuff. Like, you don't know anything about in-game mechanics, right? That's not your forte. Why does saturation affect FPS? Do you know anything like that?
Didn't even know that was a thing.
Didn't either.
Ruin, it's a shit question. Seriously. Can you not let Law play for... He's spamming it, so I guess we'll address it. Can you not let Law play for 1 week so others can win?
No.
No.
Even if that happened, that win would be illegitimate. I mean, you didn't win fairly.
Yeah.
You had a handicap.
Verb would just win. We know who would win. It's not like it's going to be a massive new team that's going to come in and win. Like, there's still those... Like,
you just said that. You just said people have a chance to do that. Now you're saying no one will beat your team.
I mean, new teams come in, like, over time. But
he means a different team to the current.
Oh. Quacky says it's because the graphics technology can't handle the extra poppy colors. Huh. I run my saturation higher. Do you think that I should turn it down?
Wait, you got off track there about the new people coming in to win.
Huh?
Mosswi was saying something about new players coming in or new teams coming in to win.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Fine. I don't know where I was going, to be honest.
Fuck. I'm the worst.
It wasn't anything.
People are asking about trading. We already talked about this.
Someone asked Mosswi, who do you like better, Sid or Vince?
For the longest time, it's actually been Vince, but I haven't heard from Vince in a long time. So I'd have to say none of them. They're both fucking pain in the asses.
Oh, man.
Heard it here first.
Yeah, okay. Apparently. All right. Well, is there anything you want to talk about before we wrap it up here? Is there anything you have coming out? Anything, you've got going on?
Not really. I mean, I just passed like my 1 year in Krunker, passed Law's 1 year in Krunker, and that's pretty much. I've just been reminiscing lately about the early days of Krunker. It's come a long way.
Been pretty nostalgic, huh?
Yeah.
When are you gonna?
Are you happy with where it is?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Okay.
I mean, we're just the best clan in the game by far. Also straight up, what clan's better? Tell me.
Oh no, there's none. I mean, MP, gotta give you a run for your money, I guess. But besides MP, no one else.
Oh, we didn't talk about MP yet. Do you have any thoughts on MP? Please give your opinion so they can clip that and then post it somewhere too.
Okay, so up until last time I watched this podcast, I had no fucking clue who they were, and I still don't know who they are.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing else needs to be said.
Okay.
There you go. So that's it, guys. Thanks, Mosswi, for coming on. Remember to message Sid if you have questions. No one else will know anything. That's Zed. That's Mosswi. I'm Kaarson. This was the podcast. Thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll be here next Saturday, probably without Sid again.